all mine.
Yo YouTube, what is going on today? I have something very special planned for you guys today. We are going to be reacting and ranking all 53 Legends Limited characters in Dragon Ball Legends. What I'm going to do is I'm going to react to all of them, and I have help from a good YouTuber right here named of Demon Wheel. If you guys haven't subbed to him, please sub up to this man. I will put his link and his channel in the description below. What we're going to do is we're going to react to each LF, maybe watch it twice if we go one through, that is fine, and then we're going to rank them where they're going to go into the B, A, S, Z, or God tier LF animations, and I have them all in order. Now what you're seeing, if you're looking over here and you see this final form Frieza, I don't have the icon for him, so this full power Frieza is going to take place of the Legends Limited full power Frieza. So I'm just wondering if you guys can see that. Don't worry, I tried to see if I could find him. I could not find him. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for showing the support that you guys have been giving me day in and day out. I always see it, and I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Trust me, I do. Alright, here we go. Let's watch the first one, which will be Legends Limited Beerus.
Before creation comes destruction. Nothing I can do.
Okay. Smaggon gets the Hakai. And I love with just the flick. The flick is just disrespectful. For how well this character was back then, he was a menace. It was so good to see. And then he just closes his eyes. And then he is done. For how old this unit is, I still think this LF is pretty decent. I can't even lie. For how well back then this unit came out, for the LF to still kind of be pretty decent, we like that. Okay, so what we'll do now is we're going to take the Beerus, and I know there are some better ones, but his isn't too bad. We'll put him in the A tier. I think we'll put him in the A tier. For how old he is and all that, he is an A tier unit for right now, unless my chat. I'm also doing this live on Twitch, so my Twitch is always linked in my my bio and my description. You can always see all these, most of the recordings that I have, always live, so you won't be able to miss anything here. So, but we're going to put him in A for right now, just because of how old he is, but still a pretty good LF. Alright, next we are going to FSK. Such a hype moment in Dragon Ball. Let's see it. I feel like this LF needs to be remade. So good. But I think it just needs to be remade. Here's the thing. You guys not might like this, but I might put him in A to at least the beginning of B. I'll put him here for now. The reason why this LF just needs to be remade, I feel like they can make this really better in a sense, but I think that at some point they're gonna put this another rendition of him being in there, but I think just as right now, just needs to be remade. That's where I'm gonna put him for right now, and that's all I got for FSK. All right, moving on, we will go to Goten. From the Broly, but to me, I feel like there's just nothing in this LF that makes this kind of stand out, really. So I gotta put him in B. I think I gotta put him in B. I don't know. It's just there just doesn't seem too much for this LF right now, and nah. If they're gonna make another one, maybe they can do the same thing with FSK if they're gonna remake something like that. But I don't think there's much to go off from what LF Goten is. I don't know about it. I've never really been a fan. I don't know. I've never really been a fan. So, alright, here we go. We're going to Super Vegito next. Woo! The Spirit Sword, right in his nuts. The double. And slam him down. Where are we gonna put you, Vegito? I know that there are more up-to-date LFs in this game, but we will put you probably more on the back end of S, but we'll just put you in S right now. There are going to be some other LFs that are going to be better than the Super Vegito, but for right now, we'll put him in S because there's going to be a lot more that are going to go into the S, the Z, and the God. But I think right here, pretty good. At some point, I would think they're going to have another Super Vegito that's going to have an LF. Eventually, we'll wait and see, but we will go off from this. Next is Namku from the counter too. This just reminds me of it's so short too, but it just reminds me of that time when this first time we seen Super Saiyan, he flies away and absolutely just wrecks Frieza. I think I know where we're gonna put this. We're gonna put him in S. I feel like that kind of just hits home from when I was first watching Dragon Ball and I saw the Super Saiyan transformation for the first time, and then later when it goes into him using the Angry Kamehameha and technically beating Frieza. But I feel like that just kind of just hits home for me. So we're gonna put him in the at the beginning of S. But again, there's still gonna be a lot more characters that are gonna go into this. So next we have Super Saiyan 3 Goku. The whole time we've seen the Spirit Bomb. I know Ryuden loves this LF. Goes into Super Saiyan. See ya! Boom. Absolutely wrecks Kid Buu right there. I don't know. I feel like this is kind of like the same thing with Super Saiyan Goku. Kind of just hits home, man. That's the end of Dragon Ball. You can see him just use the Spirit Bomb against him. I really feel like this is another one that's like high S, I feel like, and it might stay high S too. I feel like that's just where he's going to be right now. He could possibly be Z, but for right now, we'll put him in here, and then I might change depending on which ones I'd like to see. So, we're going to go into, I believe, next is Super Saiyan God Vegeta.
Let's get down to it. Only
Woo! The punches, the fact that he's got a unique dialogue against Goku Black. One more time. Oh my god, those punches just keeps going, where it just absolutely annihilates his opponent, or Goku Black in this case. And the nice little scream at the end. Yeah, we're gonna have our first one that's going into at least the Z tier. I really like that LF, the punches that he just constantly does to your opponent, the facial expression that your character or the opponent's character does, really does hit home. It does. I really feel like that's going to be in the Z tier right there. Alright, next we're going to LF Piccolo. Let's see. I haven't seen this LF in a long time. And they're going to make it canon too by going up against Raditz. I think there, man, something just doesn't really, stand out with this Piccolo, man. I don't know. I know what he was doing for this first time. Not really the first time, but we're seeing Special Beam Cannon. Could be the first time, I'm not sure. There's just really nothing else to it. Goku comes up, holds Raditz, gets a Special Beam Cannon. That's really it. Same thing with the, FSK and Goten and all that. I really feel like they can remake all those LFs, but I don't know. This doesn't really just kind of strike hitting home. So other than that, that's where I'm going to put him at kind of the bottom of A right now. All right, we're going to First Form Frieza. First Form Frieza. Oof. Woo! throws the Nova, absolutely eradicates Bardock, and he just says, "Watch the fireworks," and just absolutely eradicates Bardock, and he can't do a damn thing about it. Okay, all right. We will go Frieza. I'll put him in kind of more the bottom tier of S. The bottom tier. But he's an S for right now. But again, there's still going to be more characters. I feel like S is like way on the bottom. Even almost borderline to an A. I still like that where he gets into the Nova. And he just flicks. And Bardock, besides also the other characters, just eradicated. They can't even do anything there. So, that's where we're going to rank Frieza. Next is, oh boy, the man that resets everything for blue characters, and just in metas. You know. The beatdown. Final Kamehameha. And when you think you've won, no. And just finish him. You are absolutely done. And the flip back into the slide. And it has a unique dialogue. I do like that when it has at least a unique dialogue. Vegito Blue might be the first one we see in the God tier, man. This LF is everything that you're looking for. He beats you down, he gets you with that big blast, and then does one final punch right into the ground, and does a cool little backflip into a slide, arms folded. Everything about Vegito Blue is absolutely incredible. This is our first God tier LF that we have right now, so I still think this is a very, very good LF. So, first God tier. There's gonna be more, but he's our first one because we're going in order. Next, Majin Vegeta. Farewell. Such a good LF. And they did it right with him turning into the statue and falling because he was absolutely done after that. We're going to put him into Z right now. It's a very good LF. I feel like if they're going to ever remake this character, I feel like Majin Vegeta is going to be an Ultra. And I feel like he's going to absolutely destroy whenever he becomes an Ultra in this game. Right now, his LF, I don't know if they're ever going to revisit this, but I feel like this is a very, very good LF in the game. Next, we've got UI Goku. UI Goku! Oh man, just the punches. Constant punches. Wave and into a Kamehameha. Yeet! 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 Just the fact that the disrespect you can do it for 3 times. 3 times and the look back when we first see UI. One more time with this. It's those constant punches of getting just absolutely wrecked. And the disrespect is crazy. Boom, boom, boom. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Very nice. Where we're gonna rank him? I think he's gonna be on the bottom of the God tier. I think he's gonna be in the bottom of the God tier. I really do. I really do. It's such a good LF. People might not like that as a controversy right there, but I don't care. It's my list. If you want to make your own, go ahead and make your own list. But this is a peak LF. It's the first time we're seeing UI Goku. The punches, the disrespect for the 3 times of the Kamehameha. Absolutely incredible. I absolutely love this LF. Next up, Super Saiyan God Gogeta. Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan Gogeta. Yeet! God, just the annihilation you can do with this. Goes into the eye, shows a little flick in his eye, and eradicates Broly. Oh my god, and the flick.
Let's do this again.
One more time. Feel the more they're getting out of that. Such a good. The unit needs to get a Zenkai at some point. I will say that. He does deserve to get a Zenkai. Such a good LF, man. Flick of the wrist.
Let's do this again.
He goes in the God tier, man. You already know. You already know. He goes in the God tier. It's an incredible LF. Kind of when you can see him just absolutely dominate Broly when he turns into Super Saiyan Blue, and it's just no competition after that. He has no chance to be able to beat him at all. He's got no chance whatsoever. So he's going to God. There's no debate about that at all whatsoever. Okay, next we're going to Legends Limited Broly. Yeet! I mean, he's just beating the crap out of you. He is beating the absolute crap out of the opponent and just using his blast from his mouth. Where we're going to put him is... We're going to put him in... S. We'll put him in S. For right now, I feel like... I don't know. It's just too long. I feel like it's just too long. I know it's kicking the crap out of your opponent, but I feel like it's just way too long. I don't know. I'm not saying it's a bad LF, but we'll put him in S tier for right now. Alright, the next one is Future Gohan. One-arm Gohan with a disrespect to the Papa. Slam him down. Back flips into the Kamehameha and doesn't even allow to scream. I like this scream that Future Gohan does.
It's over.
I like the scream that he does. And the slam too, you can feel the slam that he does for how much he's hated those androids for such a long time. And his character lasted for so long. And it's the first time I kind of saw it. Yeah, even in someone saying it right now, it said the first time I kind of saw What If LF. We never saw that in the anime, so What If LF? I feel like this one goes into the Z tier because it was the first time I kind of saw something that just wasn't there in the game itself. So, I have a feeling you guys might agree, you might not disagree. Let me know if you agree with any of the lists that I have so far right now. But I think right now Future Gohan definitely deserves to be in Z tier. That's the first time that we saw something that could have happened. We don't really know. But, that's where he's going to land in the Z tier. Next we have Kid Buu. Boom! And just absolutely annihilates you with his planet burst. Yeet. Then slamming on his chest, and then he regenerates. And you see him. I think I know where to put him. Kid Buu is gonna go into... We'll put him in S. Pretty good. Could be better. I don't mind him there. I don't mind him putting in S tier. So, I feel like this is not too bad of an LF. They could maybe revisit a different kind of Kid Buu again. I feel like this is an okay spot for him. Okay spot. It's not, oh my god, but it's not bad. It's just kind of right in the middle. Alright, next we go to LF Rose. Rose with his blade into the explosion, and he brings out the scythe. Yeet.
Such magnificent power.
I have a feeling I know exactly where to put him. I think this is a really good LF. They did exactly what he needed to have. He had his blade, he had his scythe, he had the rifts. Everything about this, pretty good LF that they released for Rose. I like this. I do. I think this is a pretty good LF. Exactly what it is. Next, you already know my favorite units in Dragon Ball Legends. You already know. You already know where this goes. You already know where this goes. Boom! So it's the first time we see the dragon in itself. Boom. You already know where this goes.
What a fight.
The fact that he's got his deep voice in there, he absolutely annihilates with the dragon in there. You know he's going into the god tier. I don't know, none of this is in order just yet, but he is absolutely in the god tier. Yeah, he has to. He's at least easily a top 5 LFs in the game. Also, other lists that people have had, they've always had Forku up there. You know I gotta put him up there too. Duh. Next up, my second favorite units in the entire game, G4. The finger, yeet, kick,
Here I come.
the little zzz. This little kick there, and the 100 times. So good, man. So good. I don't need to watch this one more time. I already know what this is.
What I call a fight.
I've seen this LF so many times. But I will say, this doesn't strike me as up with the other God tiers. He'll be at least the beginning of Z tier. It's still a very, very, very good LF in the game. But I cannot wait for his Ultra version, where maybe they have it as the Fighters version, where they have both Goku and Vegeta in the background when he charges up his times 100 or his Ultra Big Bang Kamehameha, the way he destroyed Omega Shenron. So I have a feeling this is exactly where he belongs. Nothing else with this character. Absolutely love G4. Next, CMZ! Okay.
Evil shall perish.
From the Vegeta Blue fights. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm not done.
Brings out the blade. The flick. This. And then. Boom! Okay, they really did. I'm going to try to see if I can just zing through this because this is a pretty long video right now, but we're going to try to see if we can kind of speed this up a little bit. This goes in the S tier as well. I feel like this goes in S tier. I feel, Z tier, my fault, not S, Z tier. They did really well with this LF, with this, bringing out the blade. He's got his giant ass hand, and the slice at the end really pops this LF right there too. I feel like this is a pretty good, more in the bottom tier of Z, but still a very good LF to be had right now. All right, let's keep this going. Rev on next. Yeet! From the Bojo movie, the punch into it, and he does the actual explosive damage right after it, and he is going to be falling down. They did really good with this LF. I feel like maybe they could have done more. I know it's exactly the part where in the movie they do this, but I'm gonna put him more. I feel like it's either gonna be at the bottom of Z or at the beginning of S. I'll put him in S for now. I feel like S is a good spot for him to go to. All right, next one, Final Form Frieza. Even though I know I don't have his icon in there, but he's going to be right here next. Let's go. Oh, I feel like the punch, the kick, the fire rapid punches. Boom! It's flipped, and it gets do the full power blast onto it. I think they did really good with this LF too. I feel like they really did well with this Frieza in there too. But again, I might put him also in the S. Maybe towards the bottom of Z. Again, we'll rewrite this list maybe at the end, but I feel like right there, not a bad LF for the Final Form Frieza. All right, we go to Evolution Vegeta next. Eat.
Let's go.
That's the final explosion, basically, but then he doesn't actually die in this one. Evolution Vegeta. I don't know, man. There's just something about it. It doesn't really stand out to me. It's not like I hate even Vegeta itself, but I feel like this is just not. He does the rapid punches, then he does his charge. I don't know. Again, we'll might change at the end, but I feel like this is an okay spot for him. Could change. He might go on the bottom of Z tier, but we'll figure that out. All right, Ape Vegeta next. Let's go. Oh, you know I love this.
Burst open and mix.
Oh God. Oh God. Yeet. Ugh.
It's over. A bunch of weaklings.
Yep, I know where this goes. Ape, it's got a Z tier LF. The first time we're seeing the Great Ape, I feel like they absolutely cooked with this LF. They did absolutely amazing. So, all right, let's move on. LF Cell.
Try this. Too slow.
The same thing little Gogeta 4 does. It's crap, and then he does the final Kamehameha, not final, Jesus Christ, the Kamehameha that he does at the end, and actually shows that he wins the fight instead of Gohan.
Did I go a little overboard?
Okay, feel like it's S. Could have done a little more. Feel like they kind of just put something together at the end and then just threw the Kamehameha at the end. I don't know. I feel like that could have been better. Okay. Alright. We go to Goku and Vegeta next. These characters that everyone went nuts for. This LF was the absolute kick. The animations they put with it. The coming back and doing the Gallic Gun, the Kamehameha. The burst of it that they have at the ends. This was such a good LF.
No match for us after all.
The fact that they were doing so good with Mono Purple into the game itself, they go in the God tier. They have to. This LF was peak. Everyone was using this character. They destroyed Dragon Ball Legends for their time. They did absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Again, the list isn't final, but they absolutely deserve to be in God tier. Next, Trunks. He does the slashes, does the blast, he does even more the X that he does into Zamasu. He gets the Spirit Bomb into the Spirit Sword and has a unique dialogue against Zamasu. That actually gives me some points. That gets some bonus points in there. He does get some bonus.
Thank you, everyone.
He does get some bonus for having the unique dialogue. Trunks is a pretty good LF. I'm going to put him in Z tier, man. They absolutely cooked with this LF. They put everything from the anime, put it all together, and made him look really good. I feel like this is absolutely in the Z tier moment. All right, next, Bardock. Yeet! First time we're seeing Super Saiyan Bar, it's just the walk, man. It's the disrespecting of the walk. It's just absolutely crazy. And the disrespect, he's throwing you all over. He kicks you and just throws. Boom! They really cooked with this Bardock. They really did. They did very well with this Bardock. I think I know exactly where to put him. Bardock is going to go probably on the bottom of God tier. Wherever this list ends, I feel like they absolutely cooked him. Alright, next, Jiren. He's kicking his ass.
Be gone. That's the best I can do. Goku. Farewell.
He does have a unique dialogue, which also gets a little bit of brownie points for me. He does get a little bit of brownie points. But I'm going to put him more on the S tier. Feels like it's too long. There's not much more. They feel like they could have more him doing more punches to his character in the LF. It's just a lot of blasts that he does. I feel like this is just an S tier. Maybe he could be at the bottom of Z, but I feel like this S tier is a pretty good start for him. Okay, next, androids. 17 and 18.
You'd better make this fun.
Ha! Grah! Nowhere to run. Ha! You ready? Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kicking the crap out of Gohan, man. And it's canon.
Time to end this.
It was fun.
He can't do anything, and you can really see the fear in the characters' eyes when they answer the truth.
You are not surviving
This,
this.
they did really well with this LF. I gotta say, they did really well with this LF. I feel like it goes right into here with being up there in the Z tier. They deserve to be up there. This is a very good LF that you can be able to see. Okay, next, MUI. The punch. The blast, the fist blast, the walk up, the absolute punch. You can see the angry face that MUI has. Got punch, the chin punch there, and the Kamehameha to be able to end it. Plus the scream he does at the end.
This is the power of trust, Jiren.
Another unique dialogue. Has a little bit of brownie points. I'm gonna put this in Z tier, man. It's kind of also the first time we're seeing MUI. They captured at least the hype moments from when he's absolutely destroying Jiren. This is a good spot for him to be at right here. Okay, Dragon Fist, Super Saiyan 3. Okay, I already have my points on him that I'm gonna talk about real quick. Great finishing pose that we all know and love from the Super Saiyan 3 from the Dragon Fist movie. Problem here is that he has the summon animation. From it, it's a reused animation. It's unfortunate, but he has the Dragon Fist. The second part of the Dragon Fist saves him, and the LF finishing pose with his fist up in the air. I'll put him at the end of Z. He could be God if he didn't reuse the animations from the summon. If they didn't have that, he would be in God. But that's where they thought it was gonna be funny to take that animation from it. But he would be higher if he didn't have the reused animation. Okay, next is Trunks.
How about this one?
Another unique dialogue. The slice. Slice and dice, baby. Yeet.
Goku isn't the only Super Saiyan. There's one more, right here.
The unique dialogue he has against Frieza. Slice and dice. I feel like that goes in the Z tier, man. That's the first time we're seeing Super Saiyan Trunks. We didn't even know he was going to be existing at all. We see him go Super Saiyan and absolutely annihilate Frieza. What took Goku 5 minutes with 20-something episodes. Trunks does it within 5 seconds. Absolutely destroys him. This is a Z tier LF. You can't tell me otherwise. Alright. Cooler.
I will end this. Say goodbye.
I'm just remembering him just being so annoying to deal with in PvP. That takes nothing away from the LF, but just...
The strongest in the universe.
I'm gonna put him in S. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with his LF. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you agree with where Cooler is at, because I'm curious to see. And they rushed his strongest in the universe. He goes, strongest in the universe! And they just sped that up for no reason. They gotta at least take his time with that, at least, I would say, because that's his line that he uses. So, I don't know. Alright, Beastie Boy Gohan!
Into the line.
Yeet. Yeet.
Finish this.
First time we see Beast Gohan but there is just something about it that doesn't.
You'll see. I'll protect everything and everyone.
I feel like they rushed this LF animation. They didn't take their time with it. So I feel like those reasons alone, that puts him in S. They rushed this LF for some reason. I don't know why. They should have taken their time with this. It's the first time we see Beast Gohan, even Dragon Ball Legends. It's the first time we can have and play as the character itself. But they just rushed this. I feel like they just rushed this animation. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this for Beast Gohan. Next, Tag Force! Kicking the crap out of Sid, even though it should have been Omega, but whatever. No flash, the boom. This is exactly what I wanted to see in the LF for the Tag Force. It's exactly what I wanted to see.
I knew we could do it.
Them both smiling and looking at you. Them both smiling, them both looking at you, man. Showing both of the things that I wanted in itself. It would have been kind of cool if they had a little bit of a dialogue with any, like, Shadow Dragon. You're not going to see too much Shadow Dragons, but if they had a little bit of unique dialogue, I feel like that would have been a little better. I'm going to put them in at least the Z bottom half of Z. I still love this character, but more in the bottom half of Z. They could have done a little bit better with this, but again, still a really, really good LF. Trunks and Vegeta next. Let's go.
Let's do this together. Right. What? I'll help you out.
And his father comes in. Boom. They did this LF very well. They did it very well.
All right.
The smile they gave each other, the father-son moment, man. It's pretty good. This actually might be a little bit better than Tag Force. I have to say that might be a little bit better than Tag Force one. They did really well with them. They did really well. All right, MVP 17.
This is all I've got. It's the end. Let's end this.
I feel like what saved this LF, and you'll see what I'm talking about at the end. This part right here. The shake.
This is the power of Universe 7.
That's also another unique dialogue if he's going up against somebody too, so it also gets some brownie points. The shake at the end, when we first saw the LF, it was not very good. But the fact that they had this shake at the end, plus the dialogue, MVP 17 gets a little bit higher. Because he has that little unique dialogue, and he's got that little shake at the end. Basically, the entire screen is getting shaked. That's what saved him from not going in S tier. So, alright, next is Revival UI Goku. Let's see what we got here for Rev UI.
I'm fighting for everyone. I won't lose.
Some of the animations are reused from the old UI. But that fist at the end actually going right through your character. I'm going to put him at Z tier. We'll put him at the more bottom half of Z tier. Feel like it could have been better, but nothing really bad with this with the character. All right, Boo Bros. Boo Bros.
Stand against it. You power up. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. End of the line.
Boom. Something about this LF.
I sure kept you waiting. Sorry about that, Vegeta. They won't be in next time.
This is the first time we see like another what if character besides like Future Gohan, because he didn't have that. The split screen, the Kamehameha does, the low voice that he has, they did really well with the LF itself, but the character did not do well, but the LF is very, very good, and I cannot lie about that. They really did well with this LF. He goes in the Z tier as well. They did very, very well with this LF. So, next, go Frieza. They show the rocks out of nowhere. It's basically, you're watching the cinema. The end of Super is right here. Literally, the end of Super is in this entire LF. It is very long, but it also is... They really did well with this LF. I can't lie. The shaking of the rocks, everything about this.
Did it! I don't need your thanks or any other gestures as long as you keep your word to me, monkey.
I'm gonna hate myself for doing this. I gotta put him in God, man. I gotta put him in God tier. I hate myself. I hate it. The animations that they put with this character. He's gonna be on the bottom half of God. But the fact is that they put so much work into it. I know it's a very long LF, but the fact that they put so much work and effort into this makes it the way that it is right now. So I've got no problem with this right here. With putting him in the God tier, more on the back half of God tier. Alright, next is Gammas. Alright, Gammas here. Gammas 2, I don't know, man. This is also a good LF too. It just shows that Gamma is just going to the core breaker and just it sacrifices himself. He gets the LF. He goes into number 2 for Gamma 1 and just watches him disintegrate.
Great number 2.
And the fact he looks up to the sky and doing that, man, they cooked. Again, they cooked. They really did. The Gammas are a pretty good LF. It's gonna be either bottom of God or at the beginning of Z. I think they're Z. I think they're right at the beginning of Z, man. They did very good with this LF. I've got no complaints with this. Okay, next is Orange Piccolo. It's funny to actually rewatch all these animations again.
I got you. Nowhere to run.
Is this the end?
Shenron gave me quite a bit extra.
I just don't like this LF. I don't. I feel like they could have done much better with this. I really don't. You're gonna... They put nothing into this. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of S. It's gonna be almost disrespectful to put him in A, but they just didn't really put him at all an effort into this. I don't know. It's got to go with the special beam cannon, but there's just nothing. He just one key blast into your face and then the special beam cannon. I don't know. I feel like that could have been better. All right, we will go to explosion gonna blow up Cell.
I hope you're ready.
Yeet. I feel like the shaking of the LF with the side angle, it's very unique.
Mildly entertaining.
I feel like I don't know why this Cell came up out of nowhere when he got this LF version. I'll put him more at the beginning of S for that. It's not great, but it's not bad. Kind of right in the middle. Not much else you can do with that. It's just kind of right in the middle. Not much you can do. Namku version of Namku. Yeet, the kick is absolutely destroying Frieza. The punch, the kick, another punch to his back. The Fool is more animated and has extra power to it. And the shake he does in his hands with the look of disrespect. This goes more at the Z tier, like right in the middle of Z tier. I got no problem with this. It's kind of right here. I like how they updated the version of Namku back then. they did really good with this one. They did absolutely good with this one. I have no problem with this one as well. Path to Power, go. Okay, nice smile at the end. They did really good with that. But I didn't really watch too much of Dragon Ball, so this is no horse for me at least. It's not a bad LF. They do exactly for when he did it in the anime, for the movies. The 360 view is nice, that Sammy just pointed out. Also, guys, this is live on Twitch, so if you guys want to see these recordings live and you have to put your inputs on some things, no problem with that. Let's put him more. We'll put him in more in the bottom half of Z. We'll put him more in the bottom half of Z. It's a good LF. It has some unique things in it. Could it have been better? Yes. Nothing really steps out, but again, not really a bad LF. We're fine with him putting him more on the bottom half. He could also be the top of S tier, but we're okay with this. All right. Next is who's next? Gogeta. Gogeta is next. We see the first time we see Gogeta, the kick. Boom! Right in the anime. He's ready to do the Soul Punisher. I was waiting for the punch. He goes right in between them and the punch. And nothing you could do about that at all. And he does the laugh there too. It's a very good LF. I feel like they might have rushed his the kicks that he has. But that's also part of the, if you don't get the LF, that's also part of it too. I feel like he didn't do too much like fighting in itself, besides what he did. Maybe I would have liked how he does his, and the green Super Gogeta. Not this one. The other one that has his green card where he goes up into there, but just has a, like, kind of stun. That would have been kind of cool to see in this LF. But, again, we'll probably put him a little bit higher. We'll put him kind of at the bottom, more at the bottom of S tier. Nothing really wrong with this. I feel like they could have put a little bit more effort into it, but nothing you can do here. All right, Evil Cam, we're almost done. Absolutely just wrecking the crap out of you. And they show the Kamehameha and the Final Flash. Would have been cool if he actually said Final Flash, but
What an incredible warrior.
Yeah, it's amazing just how strong he was.
I'm pretty sure they might have a unique dialogue. Can someone in the chat actually confirm that they have a little bit of unique dialogue, because that also gets some brownie points when they're going up at least against Jiren. When they're at least going up against Jiren, they have a little bit of a unique dialogue. I'm going to put them in the middle half of Z at least, because they did pretty good with this LF. I believe that they have a unique dialogue against when it comes to Jiren, so again, I get some brownie points. But other than that, right in the middle of Z tier, really good LF. They're starting to put in more and more effort into this, except for, Orange Piccolo. They didn't put too much effort into his. Okay, next is Beastie Boy Gohan. The beginning of it, they did much better with this LF. I know it may look like it's a copy and paste, but they put more effort and they took their time with this LF. And at the end, Pan comes in with a hug, and they're both happy.
Thinking I've gone soft yet.
This, they had done much, much better. We'll put them more at the top of Z. They took their time with this LF. They took their time with this LF. A lot more polished. They did really good when his next LF came out. Okay, next. And this will be the last one he has, because there's 3 characters he doesn't have at this. So this will be the last one we see, and then I'm going to pull up the animations for the last 3 LFs. But this is going to be Goku and Bardock.
No, you don't.
You can see it. That's another unique dialogue that gets some brownie points.
This time around, we really did it. Yes, we were
Oh.
able to change our destiny.
That's also unique dialogue. The first time we saw a what if character in besides no, it's the second no, it's the first unique character that's never been in Legends with Goku and Bardock. Never happens. The other kind of what if possibility was the Boo Bros, but these two, put them together, I feel like they go in God tier because it's the first time we're seeing this type of character in Legends, and they got their unique dialogue too. It's a game original. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. It was a game original. First time we saw something like this. He's got the unique dialogue when it goes up against Frieza. They did really well with this LF. I absolutely love the animations for this. I have no problem with this whatsoever. Okay, now we're going to change it up. I'm going to show you the two LF's animations for Goku and Super 17, and then we'll show something with Final Flash because I didn't summon for him, because you already know why I didn't summon for him. Alright, let's go to Goku. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to watch from my iPad of the LF that we have right here. He does. The LF, the Spirit Bomb, came out of nowhere. It's huge. The Spirit Bomb is huge. It can't even fit on the screen. I'm using an iPad and it can't even fit on the screen. This is what gives it extra things right here. Okay, there are some good things and some bad things in this, but I will say the LF itself, I think, is going to be Z tier. More in the top half of Z tier, and the reason why, maybe they could have had Vegeta in it, where he's just saying that you haven't won yet. That would have been kind of a little. That would have put some more brownie points on this LF. Also, the Shenron boosts this up too, and the Spirit Bomb is massive, absolutely massive on the screen. So I feel like this puts it in the top half of Z. If it had Vegeta in there, this would have been godly, 100%. Okay, next. Super 17. Now we're gonna watch Super 17. Yeet! The Flash Bomber. He's screaming. You're still getting Flash Bomb. He brings the Electro Eclipse Bomb. Boom! Throws it at you. Goes up. He's laughing in your face. They really, really did good with this LF.
What an awful bore.
Flicks his hair. I don't know, man. You guys might not agree with me on this one, but with how well they cooked on this LF, I feel like he goes in God tier. This is my list. Make your own list if you want, but they did absolutely everything for Super 17 I could have asked for in this LF. He didn't have a unique dialogue, but the flick of the hair, the Flash Bomber, his scream, still being in the Flash Bomb, and throwing the Electro Eclipse Bomb, the laugh, they basically standing over you while you're getting absolutely obliterated. Everything about this LF was absolutely amazing. Okay, last LF of this tier list. We're going to show Final Flash. I don't have Final Flash, but I actually will show the animations for you right here. So, here we go. Final Flash. It's a little side view, a little kick, another kick, and another kick.
This is it.
Here's the thing, it's not up against Cell, but I know he has a unique dialogue with Cell.
So you like that?
He
No? I guess not.
does have a unique dialogue with Cell. I know that, so that also gets him some brownie points in there too. Okay, so here's where it's gonna go. The fact that they could have done a little bit more with this LF, it seems very stiff in the beginning, but then when he does his Final Flash, the first part he has his eyes, he has his pupils, and then when it goes a little bit further away, he loses pupils. That is a nice little touch that they put with him. The Final Flash where it zooms out and you can see the Final Flash going, I would have loved if they had the world, the Earth, showing with the Final Flash going across. That would have actually made this LF really peak. But I will say, with his unique dialogue that he does have, this puts him more on the top tier of Z. This puts him more on the top half of Z. The dialogue also gets brownie points, and they saved him on the back half of the LF. The first half was not good, but the back half of it saved him, and he has, like I said before, the unique dialogue with Cell. So, this is it, guys. This is the LF animation tier list that I have. I think everything, for the most part, is where the list is as is. I have really no complaints. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree, disagree. I'll probably post this on Twitter, and everyone's just gonna roast me because that's just what Twitter does. Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got an opinion on it because they're saying, "Oh, this character was supposed to be this, and this character was supposed to be this. This one was better than that one." Make your own tier list. Make your own tier list. This is my LF animation tier list. This is where it was supposed to be. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to our new goal, which is 2,000 subs. I love and appreciate all you guys, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.
The power of the mighty Shinra is all mine!